Hey Mung Beans. I'm Joey.
I'm Ashley.
And this is Wine Time Mysteries.
If you're into true crime,
And if the paranormal gets your nips hard,
then this is for you. But before we get started,
make sure to follow us on Spotify and stalk us on Insta and TikTok.
or send your inquiries to winetimemysteries@gmail.com, and we promise to at least try to get back to you.
Lego! Warning, today's episode contains graphic content that may not be suitable for people under the age of 18. If you are considered a minor, exit stage left. Please consult your GP before listening to this podcast. Thanks, bitch.
Hello? That's the dick coming through. Hello?
Yeah, no!
No!
Yeah, that's
Shut
what she
it
says.
down.
Yeah. The boy that lived.
Harry Potter. You got to do your Dobby impression that you did before we started recording. It was good. Yeah, but you're... Don't
hurt Harry Potter.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Moving on very swiftly. Hi, everyone. Mung Beans and all people alike. You're all welcome here. Hello, hi. Today, I'm going to be talking to everyone about Marcelo Costa De Andrade. He is from Brazil. Babs.
I love it.
Babs. Footnote. I will not be able to timeline the murder events or go into full details about each of his victims, nor will I be able to say all of their names, as many of them are not available, so I will only talk about what I can.
Mm-hmm.
End of footnote. Side note to the footnote.
Yeah.
I think...
Side note to the footnote.
I think...
Yeah.
It is due to the nature...
I'm invested now.
Of
this
what
is my
happened.
invested face.
That maybe the families of the people involved were like, I don't want them spoken about.
Yeah. I found that a lot lately. And so I've been like, okay, I'm not going to dig because you obviously don't want to be found.
Yeah. So I did the same. And it might surprise you, but I am not in the 17th century this week. I'm not even in the 18th century this week. The person who is the perpetrator, the villain in this story, is still alive.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Marcelo was born on January 2nd, 1967 in Rio de Janeiro. You're probably going to ask, well, what is it? He was a Capricorn, it's fine. I could not find the name of his parents, but I do know that they were referred to as being poor immigrants. But poor immigrants into Brazil. So I don't really know their history. I mean, it could be anywhere in South America though, right? They could have been from Argentina or Mexico or anywhere. Marcelo grew up in the slums and had a pretty tough life. He was given regular beatings by his stepfather, and it is reported that he was sexually assaulted when he was only 10.
Oh, that's fucked.
It doesn't say whether or not it was his stepdad.
Yeah.
But they have named him as the perpetrator of the beatings, so I'm going to assume that it probably was.
Assume, yeah.
Well, I don't know if the stepdad's alive anymore. So allegedly is schmallegedly. I'm trying real hard not to, because all I want to do is...
Fuck my cunt. Ugh. I know, some words just don't sound right when they come from our mouths, hey?
I just want to tell our mung beans very quickly that no, I'm not trying really hard to not fuck her cunt.
It's pretty. I've had a few kids, but it's all right.
It's more so that your family and I am sans vag.
There's not even like a
No,
flirty
not even a tingle.
kind of...
There's a nothing. The one time we shared a single kiss, which was a friend's kiss, just to peck, she gave me herpes. And then I was like...
That's when our friendship blossomed.
It did.
On your face.
Together forever. And it stayed ever since. And then I was like, no, it was just a fluke, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I had a sip of one of your drinks. Next day, herpes again.
I'm a carrier.
I think I'm just allergic to you.
Vaginas.
And I'm so allergic that I get welts on my face.
Yeah. There's a bit of backstory there for you, mung beans.
Yeah.
And you might say, why do we call you mung beans?
Because I fucking love mung beans.
Yeah, have you had mung beans?
They're so good.
So good.
Anyway, back to the sexual assault. It was never confirmed that it was actually his stepdad, but my money is on it probably being him that allegedly did it.
Quotation mark.
Yeah. You may feel bad now, but trust and believe that you will not feel bad for long. By the age of 14, he started prostituting to make a little bit of money. And he would end up being sent away to a reform school, but did the old Houdini and returned to the hustle. At the age of 16, he entered a long-term relationship with a much older man. But I guess monogamy was not at the forefront of his mind, and he wasn't going to let a little old thing called, incest get in the way of his desires. Oh, nay. See, when he was 17, he tried to rape his 10-year-old little brother.
Fuck off. When he... Just because it happened to you, you don't do it.
This next part paints a little bit of an image into this guy's mind anyway. So he would also listen to this mixtape thing that he made. Do you remember, back in the day, back when we were young, you would either record the radio or a CD onto a cassette tape, and you would put just the songs that you liked on there before you would burn it onto a CD, and then you would give it to someone that you had a crush on. Did you ever do that?
Oh, fuck yeah. And you're like, quick, before the ads start.
Yeah. Or it would miss out a little bit of the song because it was too slow.
Fuck.
Yeah. But you would do it because you wanted to share a little bit of...
and you draw little love hearts
you
on
would,
the disc.
yeah.
And
And you would do it because you wanted to share a little bit of what you loved with other people.
I'm falling.
And, but he did the same thing.
Okay. I was like, this feels like a tribe.
It is.
Come here, though.
Because he made a mixtape for himself. Cute, right? Not really. Well, it wasn't really that cute at all. He would record whenever his brother was crying, and he would play that back to himself on repeat.
I don't like that. I have no response for that.
No one does. I'm so warm.
Oh, it's a bit hot, isn't it?
It's a bit hot, isn't it? Yes.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, tell me more. It's your story now. That's where I went. I was like, this is not mine. Okay.
Oh, I'm going.
Yeah, it's your turn. Story's done. Boom. He was a monster.
He just liked to listen to his brother cry.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Now listen. I can't imagine that he was not getting some type of sexual gratification.
That's
out of
when
listening
I went, yeah.
to the crying. So I have a feeling that he was probably using it as a masturbatory aid.
That's literally where mine went.
Well, he's reformed because in 1991, the good years, Marcelo was now 23. His geriatric boyfriend, the one that he got when he was 16, now was like, peace, bitch.
Which is funny.
I don't think it's funny at all. I think what happened is his boyfriend is now legal. This guy obviously had a thing for children.
Oh, that's not where I went. I was like, oh, shouldn't it be the other way around? Yeah. Okay.
You'd think so.
Oh, come on now.
That's what he said too.
My mind was... Oh, fuck off. Yeah.
So what did he do? He moved back home with his mother.
As you do.
And his little brother.
Oh...
Why you would let this creep move back into your house is beyond me. Remember, the little brother's not 10 anymore.
Yeah.
And he wasn't successful in the attempted rape. He just tried to, which, don't get me wrong, it's still bad.
Yeah.
That's not me being like, he just tried to. He didn't actually do it, so it's
boys
fine.
will be boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marcelo would also find a job, but it didn't pay very well. And he started attending church 4 times a week. Yeah. Like I said, reformed. Unfortunately, a new job and religion wouldn't be the only thing on Marcelo's mind in 1991. You see, as December rolled around, he found himself in love with Alter Giabril, a 14-year-old boy. Well, it turns out that he liked Alter so much that he wanted to kill him.
As you do.
Instead of killing Alter, and I will give you a spoiler alert, Alter is still alive.
Oh.
Instead he decided to strangle and kill Alter's 6-year-old brother in front of him, Ivan. Yeah.
What?
See, he was able to convince Alter and his little brother, I think it was mostly Alter, to come with him. He said that he was going to pay them $20 or 20 reais to help them do something. And they're like, yeah, because they all lived in the slum. $20 is a lot of money for them, regardless of the time they were poor. So he convinced them to go with him under false pretenses. I don't think his intention at the time was to kill his little brother. I don't even know if his little brother was actually invited, but I know that it was to get Altair with him.
There.
Alone with him.
Altair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he was homeless at the time or not. They mentioned a bush, so I'm not entirely sure if he was actually homeless or like if he, I don't know. So what happened is he got the two little boys together and then he strangled Ivan, the 6-year-old, and Altair was like crying and stuff in front, and he couldn't do anything, so he just watched his little brother die, and then he watched his little brother's lifeless body get raped right in front of him while he was dead.
So he had sex with the body after he died?
Yeah. And then he put his arms out to hug Altair because he still loved Altair. Well, it doesn't make sense to me, but he put his arms out to hug him and he said, and I quote, "I've sent Ivan to heaven. I love you." And then shortly after that embraced him, and Altair said that he could still smell the death of his brother on Marcelo's body. And then Marcelo was like, "Hey, we should live together. I want you to stay with me." And little Altair was so scared that he just agreed to stay the night.
As you would.
As you would. So they kind of spent the night with the dead 6-year-old, and as Marcelo was sleeping, Altair ran away. But it was like the next day at this point. And he ended up getting home and lying to his parents about his little brother because they know they left together. So he was like, the reason I haven't been home is because I've been spending all this time trying to find him. I've lost him. I don't know where he is. I need to find him.
Like, you've already run away. Don't lie for that motherfucker.
He wasn't lying for Marcelo.
Yeah,
he was, because he was in charge of his brother. He was lying because he didn't know how to tell them what had happened. And I think it would be easier not to say, I watched him get strangled by this man and
did nothing.
And raped in front of him and I couldn't stop him. Like, you're only 14.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's younger, though. It's not like you could have... I don't like this.
Yeah. Well,
like it.
He tried not to say anything, and eventually his sister got out of him what had happened because she didn't believe him. The good news is that Marcelo ended up getting arrested while he was at work.
Good.
Yeah. I can't even remember what it is that he did for work, just that it didn't pay very well. Think we're done? No, that's right. Upon his arrest, he made a strange confession to 13 other murders.
What?
Yeah. Sadly, there were other young boys that fell victim to his dark desires, all taking place within a 9-month period in 1991.
Fuck.
There's only one other name that I had, but because I don't have all of them,
Yeah.
I just can't set up a timeline. I know it's within that 9 months. There was one name. It wasn't...
That's a lot, though, in a 9-month period.
Considering you'd never murdered before.
Yeah. To just go... Oh. Yeah.
So instead, I will at least talk about very briefly, what he confessed to.
Which is interesting, too, because it's like, would they have even found out if he didn't confess?
Well, he was fucked at that point anyway.
Yeah.
So...
You know what I mean? Normally, sometimes killers will kind of keep that so that, you know, they've got one over you, kind of.
Most killers, but I'll get into a little bit later why he would have confessed to that. He practiced necrophilia, so he would sleep with all of them after they're dead.
He practiced.
It doesn't mean that he's like, well, one day I'll be good at it. He did. He committed necrophilia with all of his victims. He decapitated one of the boys. He crushed the head of another one of the boys. And on no less than 2 occasions, he drank their blood. And this led him to being referred to as a vampire, though he said that he wasn't a vampire. He only drank their blood in order to, and I quote, become as beautiful as they were.
Fuck off.
In some places, you find him using the excuse that he misinterpreted something that his priest had said at church.
Sorry, that was an eye roll. Sorry.
That one hit hard too.
That hurt.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, oh. Yeah. So he misinterpreted something that his priest said regarding innocent people under a certain age automatically going to heaven, and that what he was doing was freeing them from this impoverished life and allowing them to pass on to live in paradise.
Fuck off. No.
He never targeted girls, only young boys ranging between 6 and 13 years of age.
Fuck off.
Part of what, like, I remember reading, I didn't write it down, but part of what helped him get away with doing all this stuff and not getting caught was that he was looking for street children. So kids that lived on the street that didn't really have anyone to go home to. So who's going to notice this street kid being gone? So that was who he would focus on. He would target the homeless children in the slums. Apparently, girls were different and weren't going to get into heaven.
Duh.
According to him. So he obviously didn't target them, and he just thought that, and I quote, boys are prettier. In one interview, he would also claim that he took each boy's shorts after he murdered them as trophies. And get this, he even asked the interviewer who was getting this information, this goss, to bring him a new pair of shorts. And the interviewer said, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. And they never did.
What?
You don't feed the beast, not that beast.
No.
So, going back to what we were saying before about why he confessed to all of the other people at the same time, he believes himself to be somewhat of a Hollywood star because of the notoriety of what he did. So, if anyone ever wants an interview with him, he demands a $10,000 fee to do interviews. A fee that, up until this day, no one has ever paid. Marcel was found incompetent on April 26, 1993 and sent to a psychiatric hospital, but would escape in 1997 when a guard accidentally left a door open. Idiot. Well, I don't understand. How do these people get jobs? Well, he was on the run for 12 days before getting caught and was arrested, and now spends all of his time in a nut house claiming to be an evangelist who wants a good woman to keep him on the straight and narrow. Yeah. If you ask me, this caralho has gotten off easy because he never did like prison time. He just went to like the nut houses.
Yeah, to me, I'm sorry, but you don't sound like you're fucked up, but you don't sound like you're mentally.
Yeah, you're not mentally incompetent, even though it says there that he was found incompetent.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. But he anyway.
No.
Yeah, he got off easy and should have been castrated and then fed to the pigs while he was still alive. That's just how I feel about it. That's just what I'm going to say about it. Yeah. But anyway, that, you big-titted backdoor Betty Boo looking bitch, was the end of the story of Marcelo Costa De Andrade.
That was me tits.
That was the titties! Fucking titties!
I like that, but I didn't like that. That's fucked.
Thank you so much for listening, and hopefully you check in next time. Also, don't forget to check out our Instagram.
Yeah.
I asked Ashley to take care of pretty much all of Instagram because I cannot social media to save my fucking life. To show your support and to show that you have listened to this episode, you should leave a comment on the image.
Yeah.
Saying, bitch, I listened. Or just tag mung beans.
Yeah, I was going to say, all right, mung beans.
Yeah. Just hashtag mung beans on the post just so that we know you actually listen. Anyway, thank you. We love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Goodbye.